Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Now, how in the world am I gonna get up there?
That's a really good question. Don't yell at me. If you want to yell, you can yell at me.
Missile. How can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it?
I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with.
Hey, are you being a sarcastic?
Yes, a whole sarcastic.
Yeah.
That's okay, I do that too. So, it has to do with that hook, for sure. I don't remember how we moved the hook. And we probably need the fuse box too. Okay, so we need Sissel up to do his trick. Alright, so how do we do? Relatively easily.
Alright, now this is what I'm talking about.
Okay, what's gonna go wrong? How is this gonna fuck up?
I mean, she's stepping on a hook, so... Okay, freeze away.
We don't fall. Oh, here comes shooting on up. Megan, you gotta make the sound. Megan, you gotta make the sound, Megan. Don't be too shy, Megan.
I did.
Oh, it just sounded like a...
Well, that's what it was supposed to be.
Okay, see, for me, I would have been like...
Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't do it. Open it. Hurry.
Is that any way to ask for something?
Yes. Trick time.
Trick time. Nah, let's see if we can open the door. It's no use! Going back to being, silver again, I guess. I can't budge it. It must be stuck.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This doesn't look too good.
No! This way.
Yeah, who said that?
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I know who said that. That
Should
would
I be
you.
saying it? This way!
Eek!
Oh, there you go. I'm glad the door closed.
I know, how convenient, right?
What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light. Light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Wow, that was a really quick chapter.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh, you're gonna struggle, Matt. You're gonna have trouble, Matt.
I thought you'd have more trouble with the puzzles.
Okay.
Shut up! I was trying not to sneeze.
That's what it was. Okay, I was wondering how could that noise have come out like that? I was really confused.
No, I was trying not to sneeze, and I was talking, and then yeah. Okay. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know, Megan, you can say, hold on, I have to sneeze or something if you want.
Well, it was kind of one of those things where, like, I started talking and I wanted to finish what I was saying, and then I had to sneeze, and just, like, it couldn't wait. I was trying to wait till I was done.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty good, though. See, I was really confused, because I thought you just sped it up really quickly for no reason. Because I thought you have more trouble in the puzzles. You know, I was like, okay, what? That was really strange. Now knowing it was a sneeze, that makes a lot more sense. The offended submarine continues to sink, Slowly, but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Is it a crawler? Megan, say the line.
Eek?
Yeah, thanks. Howdy, robot. Oh, robot Sissel. I see. I see you. This is actually really cool. I like this. I see you managed to survive, detective.
Hey, you're...
Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there. You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all those unnatural things happening?
If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden?
And now it turns 90 degrees in the other direction. Yeah, I guess it did, didn't it?
I thought you wanted to get revenge on us.
Mini ellipses. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Ah, it's my spirit. Well, Sissel's spirit. Who in the world are you?
Thistle, look at you. What happened?
Okay, see, Megan, if you laugh at it, then I need to laugh at it at least a little bit, too.
I don't know why. I thought she paused there for a second, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
See, Megan, that happens to me, like, all the time. See, it's good to laugh at this stuff, Megan, right? Like, it's funny. Look at you. Okay. I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel. My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon. Who you are, and who I am, too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something is stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. This has been quite the night for everybody, though. Jesus. They got us good. It's all over for the submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak.
What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people.
They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsek fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out.
You mean they figured out the source of your powers?
Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time.
If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more.
Tell me about their radiation's power effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research. And I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. Okay. That's 3 spirits, I guess. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers. Like possessing and manipulating objects. And in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently there are individual differences in the powers we get. And it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah. My powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first I could only manipulate small living creatures. So they gain XP and become cooler. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple.
It is? How, then?
In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. I said that weird. By the meteorite. It's radiation.
That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation?
On that day 10 years ago, the screen shook.
Yep.
A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course I received special powers. Hey, wait a minute. Is that how I got my powers too?
You know, you might be right.
Bark, bark. Ah!
Leave the poor Missile alone.
Dude, I love Missile, dude. He's like the best.
Aren't the Temsec remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater?
You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation, too. Where have we seen those lines before? Did we see any in the junkyard? Might have. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. So the effect that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of the meteorite? Ellipses. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is the ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? Ah, this is so confusing. I can't take it all in.
It makes about as much sense to me as anything else. Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? Tell me about... Oh, wait, I can do that. Tell me about your revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives.
Our lives?
As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate.
Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping?
It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister. Oh, the fuck? Hold up. An error occurred while recording. I mean, the stream's still fine. I just might need to restart the recording. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. I just want to see what the hell could have happened. Give me 1 sec. It's like loading up the folder. It's just being really slow. So I don't know why that would be. That's really strange.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, hopefully
before, right?
Oh yeah, it's been perfectly fine. I just want to make sure it's not like dead really quick. Okay. That it didn't fuck up like too bad. Nah, it seems fine. Okay, well I'll just start recording again, I guess. Maybe it just had an issue. Oh well. This is just gonna be a bit confusing when I do it later. Alright, we're good. I'm just gonna need to also keep an eye on that. It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. Order 66.
Not quite.
But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. Is that why you wanted his daughter kidnapped?
But they kidnapped the wrong girl.
That's you. That's right. Sorry, Vegan.
Rude.
Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me.
Huh?
Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Timsic. I see. Detective Jode was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that Jenkard super. They were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, blah. What? Blah. I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Timsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more final target. Sastra's been dying over and over again. You, detective.
Me?
Okay, well, tell me about your contradictory existence then. That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital function stopped 10 years ago. But my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed. Not really alive and not really dead. Sounds like Joe every day. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me, ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel.
So I guess as soon as the incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow.
That's impressive. One final target. If you weren't there in the park that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Oh, okay. But I was just a little kid playing in that park.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
10 years later, and you'd become a detective, looking into Jode's case. Tonight I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. Oh.
Yeah, he's able to jump pretty far too, I guess.
Apparently, this guy's overpowered, dude. I took possession of you to make you shoot me.
I mean, he did say his powers grew over time, so...
He did, that is true. Your subconsciousness, it's just subconscious, not subconsciousness. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. You could have died in a more dignified position, though.
Yeah.
The Jenkard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. And that was my plan, anyway. Ah. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
but they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. Oh, making me have ourselves a bot. You can go ahead and ban this one. I want to see you do it. Yeah, that's right, Megan. That's right, you take those bots out. Because we don't want to go fall in for any of those schemes.
Yeah, that could be bad.
That could be bad, yeah. Oh.
You say that, but don't you remember we did this?
Did we do that? Oh,
Yeah.
no, did we?
The beginning of the game when we saved Len.
I mean, I vaguely remember that. I guess.
I know it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. I guess I vaguely remember that, yeah. Okay, you're right. I guess I don't remember us saving Lynn that quickly, but yeah, I guess that was the first thing we did. Because she was, like, dead already, and we went back into the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. I showed up. Okay, see, thank you for the reminder. See, now I'm remembering.
You're welcome.
Still kind of amazed they haven't really found a way to combat that with, like, the bots. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch does a lot, but not always things that benefits the streamer or the viewer.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I guess the only way you get around that is if you ban links from being posted in the chat. But
That
at the
is true,
same
you
time,
could.
that kind of makes it hard for the people who want to share stuff. Like, obviously, the people you get ask you. You just have to get a mod to reshare the link or whatever. To
Yeah.
verify it's safe, but...
Yeah, but I mean, we don't get that many bots anymore, so I don't think we need to worry about it too much, as long as we're just on top of it, right?
Yeah.
I was supposed to meet up with them after that, but then something went wrong.
What happened?
My body disappeared. Aha! The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. The inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsik meteorite.
Because you were looking into the Jode case. They thought you would find out about Temsik sooner or later. Is that everything?
Yeah, you just gotta hit back.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that one was a little weird. Normally it like cuts into something else after you do the last one.
Yeah. I think it's because you're not in the ghost world. I don't know.
Maybe. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush the submarine.
Oh no.
There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for the submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. There's no escape. Is it gonna be time for... Is it gonna be time for epic ghost trick music, or we're like, aha, we have an idea?
Probably. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years.
You what?
This feeling. Cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine. Sinking slowly towards the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along.
Ellipses full of thought.
Good job. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us.
No, I don't know. I've seen your dad do a lot of panicking.
Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
Basssucker says, oh geez, that's gotta be like the worst way to go. Yeah, it certainly wouldn't be fun. I will say that. It'd be pretty poo-poo. It'd be pretty poo-poo indeed. That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsa fragment and escape if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. Hey, Claus, welcome back to the stream. How you doing today, friendo? But I guess it doesn't matter. Why now? We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute. Here it comes. Yes, we do.
Ooh.
This will tell us where Detective Jode is.
See, Claus says, how much Ghost Trick have I missed? Not like a ton, but like a bit. So to kind of catch you up on where we're at now, the submarine started to sink. We helped Lynn up to an escape hatch, which was apparently supposed to be really hard, but I did it on my first try. So I can brag a little bit. So I can brag a little bit. And then we found out the manipulator, turned into this robot dude. Was manipulating all his parts. And now we're sinking to the bottom of the sea, and we're not really too sure where to go. We're not too sure how to survive and get out. But apparently Lynn is having an idea right here.
Yeah.
And he also told us that the meteorite is what gives people these ghost powers.
Yeah.
Like the radiation from the meteorite, and allows them to do stuff with time. That's really about it. Sissel is like, oh yeah, that's not actually my body, I guess. So Sissel has now come to terms that he is not the blonde-haired, but yeah, the man in red. He's come to terms that he's not the man in red. So, you know, some stuff, but nothing like super, super big, really. Or at least nothing like too extensive. I'm glad you're doing okay though, my dude. That present from the Inspector in White.
That's right. Detective Jode told me to hold on to it for him.
Oh yeah, and the other thing we found out is I guess some people want to wipe out anybody associated with the meteorite. That's like the other thing we found out.
It's the people from the other country.
Yeah.
And the bullet is still in the person's is still in this person's body in the command room, right?
Who and why is the Clockwork Man? He's the manipulator. He's just manipulating a bunch of robot parts because he lost his body.
Yeah, because apparently he can do that.
Yeah, because apparently he can do that. So this is the big bad guy that tried to kill Cabanella before. He just looks like that now.
Yeah. Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there? We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers. Right, Miss Lynn?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. What about a torpedo?
We're working with him now because...
We're trying to get out of here.
We're trying to get out. So it's kind of like a case of, well, we probably need everybody to get out of this mess.
Fast backwards. Wow, there's 5 of us here. Honestly, how much is Camilla gonna do? Lynn, it kind of just dies. So.
Yeah, Lynn kind of dies, and Camilla's like a small child who probably doesn't even really know what's going on, to be fair. So.
No, she missed that entire conversation, I think, so.
A torpedo?
In any case, it's way too early to give up.
It looks like Detective Jode is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
Trick time. So, what can we do then? I want to talk to people.
Oh, my dad isn't here on the submarine?
Don't worry. We're going to go get him right now.
Okay. I hope I didn't hurt Lynn's feelings, what I said about my dad saving us if he was here.
Oh, don't worry about that. Comments like that just roll right off Miss Lynn's back. She's really thick-skinned. Ouch.
I'm gonna start being tougher, too. And I want to make my dad proud of me.
Miss Camilla. I'm sure your dad is very proud of you, Camilla. Yeah. I like how it puts this lamp here so I can talk to Lynn, presumably.
Yeah. So his shell is definitely there in the command room, right? Just without the fragment?
It's there, yeah. But I don't know about calling it a shell.
Detective Joe's watch will tell us exactly where it is.
Right. He said it was a radio receiver, didn't he?
There might still be another torpedo on the submarine. If we use it, we can get to Detective Joe.
That's a brilliant plan, Detective.
You think so?
So what are you gonna do? Ride on the top of the torpedo? That'd be sick.
Of course not. You guys are going to go.
Darn. I kinda wanted to see that. Same.
Did you want to see me drown?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Can you
It's
talk to
true.
Nicole?
I don't know. Yes, I can.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you'd be able to get around Camilla or not.
Okay, what do we do now? We go find the command room. We go find the command room that was launched somewhere into the sea. What? How? Just to let you know, I don't like water very much. According to Lynn, the key to our plan is a torpedo. Kind of a missile. Yeah, kind of a missile. Missile? You have a missile right here. I don't think she's talking about that kind of a missile. Now then, where did we see another torpedo? Well, certainly not in here, but I'm gonna operate this anyway. Unless it isn't here. Grapes!
Oh, yeah. This would have
Why?
been the thing that connects to the bottom of the command room, probably.
Oh, probably. Why is this machine shoving grapes at me?
Well, this looks like the private cabin of the top officer, doesn't it? This machine is probably for feeding him grapes while he lies in bed.
Man, I wish that were me. Oh, it sounds heavenly. Now, dogs can't eat grapes, Missile. It's bad for you.
It's very bad for them.
I've been thinking about this for a while now. But don't you think that country's use of technology is just a little off? Says the guy who made a deal with said country.
Anyway. It looks like the arm of this machine is a bit busted.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, so I'm down here now. And I can't control missiles, so I need to actually be up here. Okay. Okay, so... maybe you need to operate and then do a ghost. Oh. Waha! Ring ring. Oh, I can go to the torpedo room. What's the engine room? The phone line to the engine room isn't working right now. All that water probably damaged the line.
I was
I guess
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I just, isn't that the room where we saw the guy run away that we spooked?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hope he's okay. Hope he made it out fine. He got his own entry and everything.
Yeah, hopefully.
I guess I don't need to go back there anyway. But that does remind me. I want to see if we have new info. Ah, he is a spirit. Me, the mystery. His me was hit by a meteorite and killed 10 years ago. Do I know that man? I'm just gonna see if I can find the new stuff. Trapped inside. She and Camilla are trapped inside the sinking submarine, the Anoa. Now our only hope are the powers of the dead and Detective Jode. Rest in peace, Ray. Maybe he isn't the manipulator, but I really thought he would be.
Yeah.
Involving the power, foreigner who planned to carry out a deal tonight involving the powers of the dead. He knew the source of those powers. He knew the source of those powers was the meteorite fragment, so he stole it from the man in red's body and made his escape, abandoning the Anoa to the sea. You info on this guy too, eh? He appears to be the old man's servant. He operates the machines in the strange room expertly. He was with Detective Jode when the strange room suddenly disappeared from the rest of the submarine. No info in you too. She and Lynn are waiting to be rescued from the sinking sub, the Anoa. From the now sinking sub, Missile! A friendly little Pomeranian. His name is Missile. Thinking he needs his powers to protect the little lady, he chose not to be brought back to life. He came along to the sub with me to save his mistresses, Lynn and Camilla. You haven't found her, too? In protest of her just she moved out with her daughter. She's made up with her husband, but is apparently doomed to dangle from the chandelier tonight. That's not true, she got off. So she wasn't doomed at all.
Yeah, but the game assumes you don't go back.
Yeah, well, the game doesn't know me very well then, does it?
No.
Because you have too much wine. Her name is Amelie. With peace restored to her family, and after finally being able to call her father, she is now sleeping soundly. Maybe she's worn out by all the drama. These guys have no idea what's even going on. Was physically manipulated into ordering the death row convict's execution. Not wanting this to get out, he's since been in constant anguish. He decided to halt the execution. Nothing new. New info. His plan. Oh wait, a phony medical examiner. He was working with the man in red. His plan was to steal the corpse from the site, but Inspector Cabanilla saw through his plot and bribed him to bring the body to the junkyard's maintenance building basement. That's quite the line. Maintenance building basement. His insistence on a spotless record was so that he'd be able to prove his friend innocent. He fired a bullet with a radio transmitter into the man in red's body and urged Lynn to bring the case to a conclusion. The loose law man. A man who protects the park. 10 years ago, he witnessed Lynn being saved by a falling meteorite. Now to protect the Rock of the Gods that performed this miracle, he lobbies to stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Yeah, I'm noticing some stakes are much bigger than others, to be honest.
I know, right?
He was a police medical examiner, but he quit the force to research the meteorite's radiation. He built the basement contraption based on Cabanilla's reports in order to further the investigation into Jode's case. The chef at the chicken kitchen. He appears to be in the middle of a delivery, but he's busy singing in his rich tenor voice while swinging away on the park swing. Is that true? Is that where we saw him last? I thought we saw him cooking chicken for himself.
Possibly. I think if you go back there, you do see him on the swing at the park.
Oh, okay. Tonight, thought to have been manipulated into committing his crime, he's now being held in a top-secret research facility. So I like the idea that this guy isn't actually evil. As with any of these guys, they just kind of got caught up in this mess. Thought to have been manipulated into committing his crime, he is now being held in a top-secret research facility. He has his coat now. That was a pretty sick moment, too. I got his coat on.
Yeah.
An excellent detective. His name is Jode, a death row inmate. He feels responsible for 2 murders, but his execution was called off. He snuck under the sub to rescue his daughter, but then disappeared before my eyes, along with the room he was in, which we're about to find. When he mistook Camilla for the Justice Minister's daughter and abducted her, he accidentally hit the little doggy with his motorcycle. No. Oh, we have the beloved mother. Shot and killed in the contraption Camilla made for her birthday made an impossible move. There's a good possibility the manipulator had a hand in her death. I still like how they call it the impossible move.
Well, that's how Camilla referred to it.
I know, but there's something kind of funny about that. It's like an impossible move. The man, I'm sad this hasn't updated to be his robotic form, though. The man I was pursuing, who I was convinced was me. His true identity is the manipulator, a spirit. The other party in his deal stole his meteorite fragment. He controlled Camilla as part of his revenge plot, but then saved Lynn at the last minute. Alright, well, I got through that. That's pretty nice. Alright, so now we trick the phone once again, because I guess we're going to the torpedo room.
A torpedo room, huh?
She got off. Frag, oh, behave. Hey, Frag, do you remember Batman Beyond? Okay, was that a game and a movie, or was it just a movie or just a game?
I think it was just the movie.
Okay, see, I never actually watched Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Or did
I
I?
have
Wait,
years
wait.
and years ago, but
Wait,
I
I
don't
might-
remember much.
I might have. Is that the one with Arnold as Mr. Freeze?
Possibly. I don't remember. I know it's one of the first of the Batman trilogy.
I want to look it up now. Hold on. Oh, Beyond was the cartoon with Terry McGinnis. I forgot about Batman Beyond completely.
Oh, maybe I'm getting confused then. I never saw the cartoon.
See, I never actually watched Batman. Well, I watched like a few episodes here and there, but I never really got into it. I know it was good. See, it's the thing. I know lots of people tell me it was good, but I don't know why. I think because when I was younger, I was an idiot, right? So, because I used to watch the Batman animated series all the time. I always watched Batman the animated series. So then, when they stopped doing Batman the animated series and started doing Batman Beyond, which is like a sequel series, right, if you didn't know, I was like, I don't want to watch it. It's not Batman the animated series. I don't want to watch it. But I know it was really good, right? Like, I acknowledge that, because everybody tells me it is, and I believe them. Because I don't know why literally everybody would lie to me. So what about Batman Beyond? Claus?
Also, thank you for the hydrate, Claus.
Yes, thank you very much for the hydrate. And see, I feel like I should have watched it, because I love the animated series. So I don't know why I just went, nah, I'm not going to watch the sequel. Hashtag not my
watching
Batman.
a few episodes here or there, but I remember watching the Batman the animated series a lot more than Batman Beyond.
See, I did watch the movie that they brought out, the one with the Joker. That one I actually did watch. Good movie. But, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's something we should watch one of these days, Megan. Maybe we should watch the Batman Beyond.
I mean, I have the Batman trilogy on Blu-ray here somewhere in my room.
Okay, now we're talking Batman Beyond, or are you talking Batman the movies?
Well, I was thinking the movies, but yeah, we can watch Batman Beyond sometime.
See, when I say Batman Beyond, Megan, I'm talking about Batman Beyond.
Oh, I know. Isn't the first movie called Batman Beyond, or?
No. Yeah, if you're talking about the new trilogy, you're thinking Batman Begins.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm getting confused. I thought it was just called Batman Beyond. Yeah.
No. Okay, but yeah. So I'm not talking about the movies.
Okay.
We could watch those eventually, though, yes.
Well, we could watch the animated series sometime, too. That'd be fun.
You haven't seen the Batman yet? The new movie? I haven't seen that either. I know Cosmine saw it, and he says it's really good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to consider going out for that one. I don't know if it's supposed to be a sequel, if it's a reboot, or what. I haven't looked into it.
It's a reboot. It's a reboot, I'm
Okay,
pretty
well,
sure.
maybe we should go watch that sometime.
Yeah, it might be kind of fun. Man, I want to watch Batman Beyond, not the movies. Cartoon.
Okay.
But I want to watch the movies too, but I just don't want you to get confuzzled.
No, I'm not confuzzled anymore.
Okay, good. There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out. Oh, I get it. You're going to use a missile to ram the control room. Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Joe up. But something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room too. Up is definitely safer.
True. See, Klaus, there's a meme based on a scene where one of the villains asked, "Who are you?" And replied to the answer with, "Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?" Oh, I know that meme, yeah. The meme has recently been updated to be even funnier. Yeah, no, I've definitely seen the meme. I don't know if it's from Batman Beyond, though. That's funny. That's very good. Okay. I'll see you there, then. Ah, the torpedoes.
It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube.
When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Excellent. Okay, let's try it.
Good luck! trick time.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Megan. I was like, I should let Megan do that one. Okay, so let's
Well,
have I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was like, I thought you were gonna do it, but then you didn't, and I'm like, well, I guess I gotta do it.
What will happen to these two ladies? I think that's up to us and our powers. What? This is no time to be standing around, unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength missile? Me? Of course I will. Count on it. Stuck with Lynn. How's it going there?
I'm just calculating the command room coordinates now. I have to put in the slight offset, though. Don't want to blow it up.
I'm sure Detective Joe would appreciate that.
Well, leave this to me. Good luck with loading the missile.
Okay, thanks. What about you, little lady?
You might have to switch to missile and talk to her.
Yeah, I can swap those. Sure.
Please help my dad, sissy. I'll be okay here. I'm not scared.
Leave it to me, Camilla. We'll be back with your father to save you, I promise. Wait a minute, Sissel. What is it? What you just said? I wanted to say that.
Thank you, Missile.
We can do it. I know we can. Dude, Missile, man, he's the best. Okay, so now... Well, no.
Yeah, I kind of wish you could just, like, move between two similar objects with the missile without swapping them.
I mean, that would be nice. Switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken. But I don't think the entire device is broken, though. It'd probably work just fine if only I could move the switch. We'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. I mean, I did move it with the missile, technically. Oops.
Yeah, I don't remember which one you're supposed to move, or if it matters.
Yeah, I have no clue. Okay, well, I was probably supposed to swap that with missile then. Anyway, so I did it good. By accident.
Yeah!
The new version reads, "What country are you from? A country run by clowns." Do you have the slightest idea how little it narrows it down? True. Okay, that is pretty funny. And accurate, to be honest.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fire the missile! There we go. The torpedo looks serviceable.
All set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is?
The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking.
Uh-oh. Sinking?
Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right, okay. Hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Go check my OBS stats. Wait, how? That looked a bit weird. Wait, what? Wait, how does it look weird? Because that all looks fine to me. Because I'm not getting any frame drops. FPS is all high. Bit rates are going through perfectly. CPU looks very stable. Honestly, the only thing that went weird was when it killed recording earlier. The audio and video are increasingly decent. Maybe, you know. Yeah, okay. So let's see how this is then. You guys will have to let me know if it's even connected. Well, I guess it is, since Sloth says welcome back. Guys, how we looking? Just out of curiosity. Because everything was fine, right? Because I always keep OBS going. Like, every time I look this way, it's usually me glancing at OBS just to make sure everything's fine. Or looking at the chat, right? Or both. Sometimes it's both. Looks good now. Okay. So I guess maybe when it dropped the encoding, maybe Twitch fucked up. Because Bass Ackridge, you said it was happening with other people too, right? So maybe when it did the thing where it was like, oh, you know, we stopped your recording. Maybe that was just something weird on Twitch's end. Or OBS's. I mean, I don't know. It could have been an OBS thing too, but sounds like it might have been a Twitch thing. Okay, I'm glad everything's fine now. That's weird. It's weird that besides that, I didn't even get, like, any notification that something was going wrong. Well, Megan hasn't talked. I don't know if she's okay. Megan!
Yes,
Megan,
hi.
are you live?
Sorry.
Okay, good.
I'm alive. No, I was
Okay,
just
thank
looking
you.
at the stream myself. It looks like it's okay.
Okay, that's good. Alright, yeah, thank you very much for letting me know, you guys. I appreciate that. Alright, Okay, thanks. That's just like what I said to all of you. Excellent. Trick time! Thanks, Megan. I was hoping we'd both do it at the same time. Alright. On to the torpedo.
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jode is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. This is kind of sick, like all the ghosts like hopping on the torpedo and just like doing their thing.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Missile. Missile? I'm sorry. I can't go. Okay, never mind then. What? I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it. Missile. I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel. I can't do it either. I can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile.
What? But, Miss Lynn...
You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen, and that's our only hope.
But, what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that.
Don't worry, Missile.
Miss Camilla?
I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other again then. Don't worry.
Puppy ellipses. Miss Camilla!
Oh. That's a good boy, Missile.
Alright.
Now, are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw the switch.
I sure hope I don't need to hit any buttons. We're ready. I probably do, though.
I'll say, we're gonna find out.
Alright. Oh, I'm waiting for them to do it. Damn it. I want to say a line. Yes?
We never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promised, little lady. Of course we will!
I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes, then.
Good luck, friend.
Alright, let's ride! Let's go! I mean, it's true. Thank you for bringing me back to life 50 times. So accurate.
Hey, I mean, it was only 5.
Felt like 50. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. This is cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Detective Jode! I bet that big masked man did this. I'm going to bite him. You'd better not. You might break your teeth. The command room has lost power and is sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do. Let's talk to Detective Jode. Trick time. I want to talk to the body as well. No, okay, now it's forcing me. Is it just you and Missile, or is the manipulator on there somehow too? Okay, so here's the thing. I think it's just the two of us, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm actually here too now. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you think he'd come, but they didn't mention anything, so I don't remember, to be honest.
It's impressive she'd be able to calculate the offset and the coordinates. I mean, she is a good detective, apparently.
Yeah,
And that's
but
what detectives do.
didn't they establish that she's not great at math? I don't remember.
Probably, but that's okay. She somehow managed. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jode. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I'm a cool, floating blue ball with glasses, with sick-ass shades, yes. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jode about everything that happened on the submarine, Yanoa. So the submarine is badly damaged. Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. Ah, he is here. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us. I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jode. Are you... Okay, Yomiel? Yomel?
I think it's Yomio.
Yomiel sounds about right. Yomiel? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel. That's right. Most people on the Yanoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? I've been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jode? Right. Tell me about your meal. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you? Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm a top Pomeranian, you know. Well, it's kind of... I like he's kind of... he's not ignoring Missile. Okay, that's good. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top-secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government. It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about. To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jode, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomio. Real motive for revenge. 10 years ago. Okay, I thought I had to make the sound, apparently not. My soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness. Good game. Good game is that. I existed in this world. No question about that. It's Otto doing it. But nobody noticed my presence, which means I'm probably going to talk fast at some point.
Probably.
What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. This is cool. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair. And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. The deal. There's something I just don't understand about the deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they helped me with my revenge plot. Have you seen Ray yet again? I have not. Not yet, unless he is Ray.
He's been missing in action for a while.
And the second was rebirth for me. Rebirth. A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake if it was a fake life. An artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul a name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by a loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right. I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response in the end was betrayal. Betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country, and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsik was all about. And you had no idea why they were doing you had no idea they were doing all this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go to all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsik meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? Is it the man saving the park? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country too. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy is one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. Okay, good, I was gonna say. That'd be quite the twist. That park is like a silent battlefield, on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsik meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsik meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bringing Detective Jode back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now? But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them. And we can't do that without you, Detective Jode. I'm gonna have a quick sippy. What a twist! Indeed. That would have been indeed, Claus. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. Alright, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go, then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. Now, this can't be too hard, right? It's in a very small place. So, there can't be too much to do. So, where are we headed? We are not headed anywhere, Detective. What? There's only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We'll run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective. What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. Oh! By the way, I am not human, Detective. Okay, that's pretty sick. He's globetrotting it. I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective. What? Your country's use of technology is just plain off. We get that a lot, Detective. Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? That's nothing but a shell there. It's hardly a threat anymore. Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective. Possibility? What are you talking about? There's no need for you to know, Detective. Beep, 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 beep. Oh. I see. Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective. Grr. Camilla, forgive me. Bleh. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small. Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning the situation around. Alright, let's do this. Trick time. So what can I interact with then? Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at your meal's shell. There's no aura There's no aura emanating from his body. The word emanating like really got me there. Of course there isn't. I'm sorry, Megan.
I was gonna say, apparently.
The Temsic fragment is gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Perhaps. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they are afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment was removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death? But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. Alright, this is unexpected. I didn't think we'd go all the way back here. We Yeah. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Unless you want to be lame and say no, but we're... Megan? Now, I will say, Megan, if you do want to eat food, feel free, and we'll just, like, pause, but I do think we can finish this tonight if we keep going. We're so close, Megan. We're so close.